Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, and hello everybody. I am Pinstar, and this is Tropico 5 Strategy and Tactics live stream. We are going to be making another attempt at the World War era. For those of you who may have stopped by about a week or two ago, I did do another segment on the World War era, and it ended quite tragically, mainly due to a little bit of bout of bad luck, but mostly due to subpar execution on my part. And I'm going to quiet my phone down here because it is going absolutely nuts. My apologies. Hush you. No more buzzing. No more buzzy. There we go. Okay. Let me just move my screen over here so I can see what I need to see. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is basically be yes, I do realize the and I futzed with the opacity filter on my camera, and it's at maximum opacity, so I shouldn't be seeing any bleed through, but I apparently am. But whatever. It's a streaming beauty mark, if you will. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be starting up where we left off last time, which was actually in the same sort of negative situation we were before, where we ended the colonial era with the pirates attacking us, and I did that specifically so that I could advance to the next era, give my troops at the palace next era weaponry, and also purchase the personal death squad upgrade so that they could single-handedly fight off the pirates who are still wielding muskets. And now what we want to make sure is that the pirates do not destroy a building, or if they do, that we are broke at the time, because if they do that, they take half your money, and we are currently sitting on $47,000, which is quite a bit at this stage of the game. All right, so let's get ourselves started here. There we are. Also, just for those of you who might be wondering where's the music, YouTube is kind of fussy about the music in this game. There's a lot of tracks that are claimed as copywritten, even though they're just part of the game. I don't know if Tropico uses licensed music, but to avoid any nastiness from that point of view, I am taking out the music. So if you want to have some music, then just listen to something in the background. I'm sure there's a good Latin music Pandora channel that you can find. Anyway, enough about the music. Let us get going here. All right, so we have the pirates en route. There's a chance that my guys will be able to defeat them before they destroy any buildings, but it really depends on the pathfinding, which can be hit or miss. So to hedge my bets here, I am going to be spending all of this money, and we're going to want to spend it anyway, simply to get our economy modernized to the World War era standards anyway. Now with 47K in the bank here, there's a lot we can do, and our number one thing, and my first tip of the day, is to when you're expanding your economy, especially when you transition to a new era, you want to focus on the I gotta get the right to arms too. Want to give my unit the most fighting power it can get. You want to focus on buildings that are going to upgrade your economy, because there's a lot of new expenses that tend to be introduced, and also a lot of factions you need to spend money to appease with each new era. That getting your economic engine modernized first is going to have a snowball effect, because you'll be able to get the rest of your economy modernized more quickly if you have money in the bank. So as such, we're going to be dropping this 46K on factories. Now, since we are buying more than one factory in a given period here, the most intelligent thing you could do with that is the industrialization edict. Just like the housing edict is, it makes you drop a chunk of money now to make building a certain type of building cheaper for the next 2 years. So the only time that it's really worth it to do these is if you're building enough of those buildings to make it worth your while. We are going to be dropping more than 10K on factories in a moment here, so doing the industrialization edict makes absolutely perfect sense. Like so. Alright, and sorry, so we're at 35K, and I definitely want to spend all of this on factories. So our first factory that we're going to be interested in is rum. Yes, lovely, yummy, yummy, yum, yum rum. And we are going to put you right here by the docks. Our second factory is, oh, what the hey, how about some more rum? We can never have enough rum. And we are going to put you right, oh, you know what? Put you right here. If we can get a good rum exporting deal, we'll put it right there. And then last but not least, if we can afford it, we can, a textile mill. So 3 factories off of one industrialization edict. That's going to be nuts. It's also going to be nuts to staff, but I'll worry about that in a little bit. Well, now do I want to throw down the textile factory, or you know what? That might be being a little bit too ambitious for my own good. Oh, but it's... yeah, you know what? That's going to be too ambitious, because what good are these factories if they're going to sit empty? And you know what? Actually, instead of having the two rum distilleries, I'm going to do 1 rum distillery and 1 textile mill, because if I remember correctly, there's a quest out there that can ask you to build 2 different industries, and so that way we will have that pre-satisfied. The other thing we want to do, and I'm actually going to prioritize this to be the #1 thing that gets built, is a high school, because we need those educated workers ASAP. We no longer can we subsist on freebies that trickle in. We need those educated peoples now. The other thing we're going to do here, this is our little colonial block. I am going to throw in my mouse will cooperate. This would be not a good time for my mouse batteries to die. A clinic. No, that's not where the clinic goes. Derp. Don't worry, I have my building patterns up this time. I'm not going to mess up that, but I don't have it for the colonial era. All right, so we've got that, and while we are at it, let's throw down the parking lot, which is right there. And let me just double check all of my other stuff to make sure their output is optimized. So we've got that, you need that, and you need shaving pens. You need shaving pens, but you are at max. And you are... yeah, you guys are at max. Okay, so that should be good. We've already spent ourselves into the negative, so let's kick this off proper now. Alright, so we've got our pirates moving up here with their muskets. We've got our guards who are already stationed. Oh yeah, let me, we're going to start with white flag here.
Right on, people. The beach is big enough for everyone, and my bar works 24/7 to satisfy all your...
Yeah, kind of funny that the pirates are reloading with muskets, and here we got some World War era machine guns. Alright, yeah, so no contest kill there. And, ooh, good, it looks like they're actually going straight for the other group of pirates, which means they should be able to catch up before those pirates destroy the mine, which is a good thing. In other playthroughs or tests that I've done with it, the guys have decided to go up, around, realize they can't walk up the mountain, and then come down here, and by that time the pirates have already destroyed the mine. Okay, so we've got that in place. We've got our mission. 2 barracks? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's not a bad idea, Juanito. That's probably the reason why I have to resort to doing a quick age shift to begin with, because I didn't get my colonial fort up. So I'll let my colonial fort finish, and then I'll get 2 barracks, and that should be a pretty healthy military. All right. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is contemplate building our next housing block, our World War housing block. And before I was a little slow on the uptake, and also kind of messed up the positioning of everything. And I also went with my my housing row housing block rather than my tenement square. And I think the proper way to go about it in the early game is to actually do the tenement square first, because that way you get more people in houses and they can be upgraded later on.
Yes, our healthcare has become so bad that I now declare us finally free.
Yeah, blah, 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 healthcare. Okay, so...
No more tracking chips in our dental fillings. No more physician zones keeping the cute ducted from dating you. Who cares about healthcare anyway?
Okay, so... I have a tips video demonstrating the World War era housing blocks that I'm about to utilize here, so I'll have a link to that in the description of this video if you want to go check it out. Alright, so our first item of business here, and the reason why I'm putting these 2 housing blocks close to each other is that the first order of business with this one is a police station, and this area kind of needs a police station of their own, but the colonial era housing block does not come with one. So I'm going to put one down here, and that should be enough to patrol pretty much the whole area. And I'm just going to keep my money spent, so in the off chance that the pirates actually manage to destroy my mine, they don't actually make away with any of my cash. We're going to throw down a park here, and going to drop a cabaret. And that should do it for my money for the time being. The cabaret is going to be good because we're going to be getting an influx of well-off Sims, and they're Sims. You can tell what other games I play. Tropicans. And they're going to need a place of their own, and that way they're not competing for space with our bar-going poorer people here. So that should be no problem. Now, let me contemplate my economy here. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So we've got this place. We want the high school max budget. We also want our docks at max budget. That not only keeps our factories from poaching workers there, but it also allows them to bring in ships more quickly, and that brings us in money. And hey, we've repelled the pirates. Woohoo! Take that, smelly pirates. No money for you. Okay, so we've got our ships coming in. We've got our money coming in. Excellent, excellent. We've got this place finally built, and might as well modernize them, so they can start building up troops there. For a while, we're going to be a little short on labor. Yep, there's our rum distillery. We've got people going there already. Let me slow things down just a touch. All right, let's see what. Let's see what trade routes we have available to us, because I did not check that. Rum export, excellent. Oh, and we're exporting it to the Axis. That's actually a good thing. That's actually a really, really good thing. Namely because we are actually going to be courting the Axis rather than the Allies in this particular playthrough strategy, because we are focusing on rum. And I'll show you the reasoning behind that in a little while here. Let's see what else can we do here. Oh, that was a really good trade route. Oh wow, only imports for bananas, and I am not going to be dropping that much money to get ourselves a little more food diversity. Oh wait, no, that's export bananas. Duh. Import fish? Yeah, we can import fish for now. Why not? Give ourselves a little more food diversity, and we don't have a fishery source in the area. So yeah. All right, so let's crank that back up to speed here, And while we are getting our money in, might as well throw down more of our housing block here. I'm going to actually start with the amenities in the middle and then let ourselves build up to a larger. Yep, there's the Axis. They're happy with us.
Just grow a pair, people.
Ay, 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 this gal and her crusade against the clinics.
No.
Guess what? You're going to get even more clinics because we want some healthy people, and we don't have the awesomeness that is hospitals yet in this area. Okay, so on the other side of the park, here is clinic number 1 and clinic number 2 right next to each other.
Like old Tropican should, instead of going to a clinic like a bunch of pansies.
And while we have the money, let's throw down our church here. The other reason I'm building these two housing blocks closer to each other is that I won't need to build a second newspaper. The build for the World War era housing block does include a newspaper in its midst, but since we're building it so close to this one, there's absolutely no reason. Let's get those upgrades going there. There's absolutely no reason to build a second newspaper so close to each other because the effects are just going to be wasted. Okay, we've got our cop shop going here. Let's do radio dispatch. Get their area of effect larger. That way they are reaching out to this area as well. And just for logistical happiness here, we're going to bring down our road all the way down here because we're going to be making another port here pretty soon. Oh, and speaking of, since we just built another 2 factories, and this is only going to make our labor shortage problem worse in the short term, but it'll make it better in the longer term. I'm going to throw down another Teamster's office because they're going to need some goods going to and from.
You know you can strip search me anytime. Also, you forgot your handcuffs.
And while I'm here, might as well build that dock. There's a little bit of dead terrain around here. So yeah, there we go. Oop, hang on. My next rule of thumb, never make 4-way intersections, ever. And I just made a major one up there. Alright, well, this could get ugly. If it gets ugly, I'll reroute it around to other stuff. Actually, you know what? It is going to be ugly because I'm going to want another field here. So yeah, no. This is going to have to get pushed over a little bit. All right, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. All right, let's see where we are at here. Money situation is holding steady. Got our cabaret up. Freighter has exported goods. Excellent. Got our another freighter there. How's they did fix the actual trade route itself, and we've traded 3,000 units. Excellent. You know, it would behoove us to since I think how much are we making? Yeah, 3,000. Okay, we've got that. We've got white flag research, which is excellent. So our next item up for business here is going to be, well, now I could go Constitution options, and actually I think I am going to do that rather than wait, because that will allow me to grab visa program and allow me to start getting more educated people into it. So yeah. Never built our lighthouse. Well, I'm happy with the trade routes we have right now, so no reason to fix that. And we're going to get ourselves on embassy. All right. Once this, oh yeah, let me finish fleshing out this this area right here. So another one, another one. And then one space down. Oops. A grocer. Let me just turn this around so that my spacing is a little bit clearer. And let's see. Grocer. That should do it right there. Yes, I do know it is one space off of the park. Actually, no, that is the wrong location here. Just trying to follow my diagram, and some of the stuff is in the way. So these are the parks right here, and it needs to be lined up with the parks with one little nub sticking over, and then one space away from the parks, like that. There we go. That's much better. And we'll do that. That. Stretch you out like that. Some pretty freaking huge trees. And we are going to need 2 spaces wide on this end here, so we will do it like that. Like that. Turn things around, make sure I'm getting nice, clean, right angles. That. How did I do that? Well, that looks right angly enough anyway. Better be right angly. Alright, let me turn things back around so I'm not all disoriented. Alright, and our money's back. See, this is why you want to start your factories sooner rather than later, and modernizing your economy, because now we can start affording stuff. I'm going to let my money build up, so that once all this stuff is done building, I will throw down a housing edict and throw down my tenements. 2 different industries on the island? Yes, ma'am. And Viola, we've got ourselves an instant finish mission here. Now, I'm not really in the mood to be playing around with steel so much. We don't have iron mines, we don't have coal mines, so which means we'd have to import both of them. We can, but I mean, there's so many other good stuff we can do with the island, so I'm not going to really bother with steel. So I'm just going to take the 5,000 Swiss bank account here. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do. So I did want to expand out my fields here. So these plantations, this goes back to my crop circle thing. Now this is a very flawed and imperfect crop circle because all of the bonus giving area is being kind of eaten up by mountains and this mine and this housing block over here. So it's not the most efficient of it, but despite that, it's still driving the heck out of my economy, which is good. And so it would behoove me to put 2 more fields here just to reap the last of the center of bonus here before I start looking for a new place for a new crop circle to start expanding my economy. So we just need to find what's good here. So bananas, cocoa, no. Coffee, corn. I don't want to build corn. You don't want to build corn at this stage of the game, not till factory farms come around. Cotton, pineapples, sugar, kind of good for sugar. Tobacco. 2 fields of tobacco coming right up. And that should give us enough production to net us a lovely cigar factory. So yes, tobacco field, and now we can extend out all those roads. Bring that out like so. And yeah, there we go. No 4-way intersections makes a commuter happy. Like so. Excellent. Excellent. Well, we've got some raw space down here, but I'll figure something out to do with it. right. All right, so we got that going here. This is still under construction. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw down another because we're sort of ramping up our construction going here. I'm going to throw down another construction office here. And my thing is, I don't quick build anything except for construction offices. It just makes too much sense to quick build them because you're building them because you need more construction workers, and they're so cheap that quick building them just makes so much more sense. All right, so we've got that going there. All women infantry here. All right, now, and like I said before, we are going to be actually courting the Axis. Now, we don't want to sour relations. I'll accept the mission. If I build it, it's not going to be for quite a while, but I'll accept the mission anyway. It's not like I had to pay anything to accept it. Okay, all right, look at that money there. I think we are ready to do our housing. So, let us fire off the lovely urban development. And oh, I just realized my chat window is obscured. There we go. Okay. So we are going to grab our lovely... well, first off, we're going to do a single country house right here. Just because it fits the build. It's going to be the end cap here for the parks. But everything else here is going to be tenements. And they're going to be coming dirt cheap. So one right here, hugging the police station. One here, and one here. Now, we this is normal. This would normally be the spot where we have a newspaper, but we don't need one in this particular build. So we could actually fill this with another tenement right here. It's not going to necessarily be right against the wall per se, but it's still going to be there, and people will still be able to get to and from. So one right here, and then one rotated like that. And then we're going to leave one space here next to the grocer and have one tenement right here. One right here, one right here. And then in this, actually we could just squeeze in a second tenement right here. Yeah, we can, with that area being there. Normally that'd be home to parks and houses and whatnot, but you know what? Another tenement. Let's maximize this beast. And then what would normally go right in here, once I get the money for it, is going to be a parking garage. So all these people can get there. So yeah, this is going to... yay, Axis, thank you. Now let's lay down those... that, and I believe we can squeeze in one more country house like so, and lastly, for that little 1x1 doodad, because I don't want to hurt Liberty, a small garden. Just
President, Tropicans await elections next year.
Elections, eh? 89% of the people will vote for you. Heck yeah, I'm going to do elections, and we're going to keep ourselves as our celebrity president, because we're going to be courting the Axis so much that they're going to be giving us quite a bit of money in foreign aid. Allies not so much, but issue the prohibition? No. No, no, no. I'm not going to cripple my economy. In fact, prohibition is the whole reason why we're shacking up with the Axis here. In a little bit, the United States is going to enter their own prohibition, and they're going to come knocking and saying, hey, you're selling rum to the open market, and we're a dry country. You're selling to us. Stop it. And you have a couple of different options, one of which involves shutting down your rum production. Nope. No, 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 no. Another is going to be to send a guy to negotiate. But the third one is just to say, screw off. We'll sell your illegal people rum all we want, and that's not going to make them too happy with us, and they're going to be kind of a little inclined to invade maybe. But that's why you got to shack up with the Axis. Now I do realize the Axis do eventually lose the war, but that actually doesn't. That's not a problem. Because we are not the Axis. All right, so that housing block should be good for a while. How's our population doing here? Or more specifically, our workforce. 49 open jobs. I should probably stop building and just wait for the people to catch up. Everyone's employed, no one's unemployed, and yeah. We just need more people. We need more warm bodies. There's no getting around that. 23 citizens. That's a good, healthy start to that. And once we get more workers in here, we'll be building up these houses and have a place for all these people to sleep. Oop, and I see ourselves a criminal mastermind. So when you build a police station, you're going to start seeing people with hidden roles. One of those hidden roles is a criminal mastermind, or a crime lord, I should say. And yeah, you don't want them hanging around because they kind of create crime in their area. So we're going to banish them. That's probably the best way to do it. You get some money from the family. You don't want to do that too rapidly, or you're going to spawn some unrest. But doing it selectively, like only, say, whenever you see a crime lord, who's someone who's actually a crime lord, and banishing them, you're not going to get an open revolt. All right. And let me, while we are in this mode, and since we have our factories up, let me see what kind of managers we've got. We've got an inventor, generates research, and a landlord. Now, the inventor is an interesting one here. Now, tobacco farms, normally I do not want to buy the extensive fertilization perk because it hurts soil quality over time. But because we have an inventor, and because his research points are based on the effectiveness of the building, and this just flat out increases the building's effectiveness just by itself, and it'll be even more once we crank up and get all the workers filled in. It's going to make the inventor so efficient. So we're going to put the inventor here. We are going to upgrade the extensive fertilization. I'm not going to do it to the other tobacco farm, but I am going to do it here. And look at all these other bonuses that they're getting. I mean, it's just lovely. While we are on here, let's see what other edicts are available to us now here. Ah, yes, agricultural subsidies, even higher, and global research initiative. Yes, we need that because we are working on limited research facilities, but our inventor and the et al. Should be fixing that soon. We also saw that I had a landlord here, which is great because I can put the landlord here in this church and grab the community aid bonus, and that will get the bonus out to pretty much the entire housing block and stack it. We still need to wait for the houses to be built, remind you, but I'll take what I can get. And there's our trade ship going off. You know, it might behoove us to just put all three of our ships in there unless something else has come up. Nope. Might behoove us to buy wool. How are we doing with wool? Actually, no, we are doing just fine with wool. We need to get our factories maxed in here. Get more people in there. But yeah, we don't need to buy wool. Our cotton and wool production are keeping up just fine.
I hereby wish to require you on the habeas corpus. Okay,
now, question number one. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be screwing around too much. Well, I am going to be screwing around with this one. We don't need, now that we have a police station, we don't need theocracy anymore. So we're going to throw down secular state. That makes the foreign powers happier. The foreign powers like secular states over religious ones. And actually, that's the only trait that both the Axis and the Allies both equally enjoy. Male citizens vote, I'll keep that around for now. I'll probably change it over to wealthy citizens vote once we have our wealthy district built up. But for now, we'll keep it as that. And since our factories are still hungering for armed forces here, educated workers, I meant, we're going to keep conscription. Next time I amend the Constitution afterwards, I'll probably change it to militia. Now, over here for our new ones, political rights? No, we don't need. We want democracy. I have no plans of being heavy-handed in this playthrough. Labor policy. Well, I want more workers, and we definitely have a labor shortage. But work for all, that really hurts happiness. So I'm gonna keep that happy medium, happy childhood, and citizen visa program. I want migrants, but I want them, well, do I want, you know what, I'm going to actually go with the immigrants nation for now, and just so I can get more low-level workers who can then become educated workers. Later on, I will change it to the visa program. So there we go, and we need more research. Power plant, I'm not going to do anything with that for now, and we got steel for free. Tanks. Yeah, let's get tanks, and then follow that by alliance. And the two are kind of related to each other. Yeah, and that immigrants nation should get more of our baseline peoples, which means we should get more of our stuff built here. Now, to note for this one, I am not going to be enacting tight quarters here. So we're going to let our people breathe a bit. I mean, we have a tenement, and its housing quality 71. That's nuts. It's not luxury housing. And in the Cold War era, we're going to be upgrading these bad boys to apartments. Yeah, we can win without cheating. No need for fraud. Let me check my almanac to see what our political... all right, the Axis are warm to us, which is good. Allies are neutral, which is fine. Let me check a look at my trade routes here, see if anything new has opened up. Nope. But what I can do is add another ship to this. We want as many ships exporting this at the premium price possible. Planks and cloth, don't need, nope. Wool, no. And, alright, I already got fish going here, and yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, we're good.
The election results are in.
And our building permit's paying off nicely from here.
I'm seeing lots of new faces around here lately. This is awesome because I am
Yeah, our money's building up nice and fast.
Welcome to the Jolly Roger, newcomers. Drinking, partying, worshipping El Presidente, and having a good time are mandatory on our island.
And since I'm like in population anyway, might as well get the birth rates up nice and high by going obstetrics. And speaking of all those hospitals, I am probably going to want to throw down a college. But I will do that after my military. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm supposed to do here. Duh. That's not supposed to be another tenement there. That's supposed to be a restaurant. Silly me. And then follow that up by a country house. That's more like it. Yeah, because just the cabaret is not going to cut it. And yes, we are going to be building 2 sets of barracks here. We'll put one here, just to guard my nice and valuable factories here. Dundersill, definitely want to get our acrylic dyes. Yep. Workshop expansion. Let's take a look at my... Yeah, you guys are getting too much, so workshop expansion. Get you guys working faster and faster. Any new managers? Nope. That's a shame. Where are my... I think... there's my supervisor. Yeah, you're...
President, we discovered the tank.
Yay, tank. Yeah, we're going to want this at there, because you're going to have a lot more impact on there. Excuse me, sorry about that. I've been meaning to record this Tropico 5 live stream for about 2 weeks running, but I kept getting sick. I am finally over my cold, mostly. And, yeah. Alright, so that restaurant...
I want to dedicate this next song to my ex-boyfriend Reggie, who left me to join the army because I quote, "They'll treat me better there."
Let's see what we have here. 5 unemployed, but there's still tons of open jobs. Still lots of homeless people. I'm going to need to do another housing block. I will do that after my barracks are up and running. And let's throw a let's sing some praise here. All right. Base is expensive, but it's definitely worth it to have the tanks. Let's see, what else can we build here? Oh yes, we're going to need another housing block soon. I think what I'm going to do...
The Illuminati High Council has its usual drawing of lots to decide.
Yeah, let's send our guy as an assassin to kick off World War I. That sounds like fun. Up to 50k, jeez. Alright, well, if we got 50k burning a hole in our pocket, let's throw down some of the expensive items. Alright, so we've got our college here. Let's put them there. And our other big ticket item, our army base. And we will put you right there. That's a good place for it. You want to kind of centralize your military, especially when it comes to invasions. Not so good against rebels in that regard, but for invasions, definitely. And yeah, we're going to want to get another housing area district thing going. Let's send out some explorers over here to clear up the rest of that fog, because I don't want to locate all of my citizens in one area. Well, you know, I've been toying with a couple of notions here, and actually, you know what? I think I might make my housing block up here. Although, this stupid mine. How much is left? There's still a ton left. Stupid bauxite mine. I might very well need to, because I don't want to build down here, because I'm going to get an oil well up here, and that's going to be throwing pollution left and right. So yeah, you know, it only makes sense to make the housing block over here, and then just make this area over here more industrialized. All right, got our college. Send a delegation to the Axis or the Allies. Yep, we can do that. Oh, the table manners. Are we? Yes, we are. We are 1 month away from that, so we will fulfill that easily.
If
Where
your
we
ears
go?
are
Expel the Axis? Nope.
shouting. Our friends with the affection for shouting want you.
Yep, we're going to take that. And next diplomatic action in 3 months, and our table manners thing just finished here. So let's do military skills because I have a feeling we're going to need it. I foresee fighting in our future. All right, so we've got our army base here. Excellent. Library. I heard a ding. Build a clinic? Well, we're going to be making a new housing block, and housing blocks have clinics, so I'll take it. Or the quest, anyway.
Our friends with the affection for shouting want you to form an alliance with them. Very.
Yep, we will be doing an alliance. Now, doing an alliance will cause the other nation to attack you. So you're going to want to make sure your military is built up. And our military is looking pretty good. We've got our army base, we've got 2 barracks, we've got our death squad palace, and we've got our modernized military fort over here. So we should be able to pull the trigger on that shortly, actually. If we can do one more trade route thing with the this is kind of funny. They're doing another export room. It's not nearly as lucrative. But they want it, and doing that would increase their let's see. Export. Oh, export cloth. There we go. All right. We will remove 1 ship from there, and we will export cloth to the Axis. That should build our relations up higher. And now I'm going to put a save point here because this is kind of where I died. I pulled the trigger on declaring my alliance with them, and that's ultimately what caused my downfall last time. So, strategy and tactics, World War Era 1. There we go. Hedging my bets a little here. I'm confident that we will win, but I was confident that we were going to win last time too, and that didn't work out so well for us. So let's 95. I guess maybe we have to wait till we actually export something. Yeah, get our trade ship officially switched over. In the meantime, since we have so much money, let's get that housing block going here. And it is going to be a full one since we're going to put them back a little bit so they're not breathing in all the fumes from the factories and what have you, and they're at least a little bit distanced from the military base, so the Liberty doesn't get hurt quite as badly. But the main idea is that all of our factory workers are going to be living in this complex. So that way they don't need to live near all the farmers. Where are we? Oh, right. Police station. That's always our... Now, I know it's all green here, but it's going to be not green when all is said and done. Once people start living there. So the police station is there to keep it green. And might as well do the same thing we did before. All amenities. Let me just rotate this so that I'm looking at it nice and squarely. 1, 2. Did I put that side? I did put that diagonally. Eh. Three and four. And here's going to be our new clinic. Might as well throw everything down. And got ourselves our... This is the row house build, by the way. Oh, and I did everything over one. God dang it. That's what happens when you don't measure first. Razafrazin. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're looking for. That goes right there. And then this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, makes the spine. Make ourselves a clinic alongside here. And then ourselves some entertainment. The cabaret is going to be on that side. The restaurant is going to be on this side. And a church. And a newspaper. They're definitely going to need the newspaper here to fight against the drop in liberty being caused by this being somewhere near that thing. And then, if I remember correctly, we've got ourselves the grocer. Oop. Misplace on that. Let's get the roads in first, just to give me a little bit more framing. So not 1, 2, in there. And we'll just extend you out nice and straight. Now, in other testing, this road right here is not actually straight. So we're going to be building this bad boy to be nice and straight, so it doesn't mess with my building placements. Actually, what we're going to do is, let me see, where are we with urban development? It says it's active. Does that mean I still have my half price? No, it is not. Those are expensive houses. Yeah, now it went back up. All right, we're going to have to wait for the cooldown then. But what I am going to do is I'm going to drop one house right here for spacing purposes. There we go, and I think I need to rebuild that grocery.
President, we discovered a way to use cash.
Ah, that's what I was waiting for, was the military one. So I should be able to assign, if I get lucky enough to get any of those. Yeah, actually no, yeah, well, that first, then socialism. All right, let's see what kind of military managers we might have. Whoa, got a whole influx of managers. So let's see what we have here. Foreman, altruist, agitator, workers' approval of the regime. That's actually not a bad one for well, let me go to a more populous one here. For military base, because you don't want them having lower approval of the regime. Foreman, no. Mentor, no. Altruist. Increases the wealth. Actually, yeah, that's another good one for military. You want them being able to afford stuff. But I did see a foreman in there, and that belongs in a factory. Foremans go in factories. And you, I think you lost your, yeah. Well, we'll toss you in, well, we'll toss the normal supervisor in that factory. And I saw a mentor in there, and that mentor is going to be best put to use right here in this cabaret, because they're going to be boosting a whole ton of things. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that landlord with a mentor, and throw the landlord over here, because I want the mentor more centrally located. Alright, well that works out. And how is our... Well, we can throw a delegation down there. Well, we could just praise them and wait a year. Yeah, let's praise them. And then in 1 year we'll officially ally with them. Alright, so let's crank the speed back up. Yeah, and once we get to 1921 we'll go in there. What's the cooldown looking like on urban development? 18. Alright, we're going to have to wait a while. That's quite annoying. We probably literally just missed the... oh, and I need to remind myself to do military drills. Actually, you know what? Why remind myself? If it's better than that. We're expecting combat. Might as well do it. Alright, got our new clinic built, so that will make those people happy. I could still do the that new steel mill. Oh, hey, cigars. Cigars. Okay, all right, I'll bite. Let's get the heck out of you. Fish. No fish. We don't need no stinking fish. We need cigars. And that means we need a cigar factory, which also means we need money. Because we certainly got the tobacco plantation going, to both of them here, and they should be cranking out a fair amount. So once all these ships come in and give me an influx of cash, there we go. Alright, and I think I'm actually going to pop industrialization again, because not only am I going to build a cigar factory, I'm also going to build another rum factory. Mainly because of the... well, let me take a look how this one's doing. Yeah, you've got plenty of sugar import, you guys, and also the Dundersill upgrade is going to be causing it to use less stuff, so there's more stuff to go around. So yeah, yeah, industrialization. We're going to do another industrialization push. So let's start. Oh yeah, well first let's get the edict. Industrialization, boom. I'm going to build this one. Luxury goods, cigar factory. Build you right here. You'll be my cigar factory port, and you are going to be my the site of my rum port. I'm also going to, speaking of ports, getting another Teamster's office down, just because we're going to need it to transport all these goodies. And that should hold me over nicely. And we got value out of that industrialization edict. I mean, the rum distillery by itself is expensive enough to pay for the edict if that's the only thing you build. But we also got a half-price cigar factory out of the deal too. So I'm pretty happy with our purchases. And yeah, we're in debt, but we're making more goods, and they will go to market, and we will sell them. And the Axis is going to drop a fat stack of cash on us. Yep, building permit, huzzah. A little interest payment, that's fine. New citizens, and we're already out of debt. And the Axis sent us 10 grand. See, this is why we're keeping our celebrity person in power during this era, because that's they're boosting that up every year. All right, what do we got here?
As my father used to say, ignorance is bliss.
Nice long vacation. Sure.
My research indicates
Have one
that
rum
the US
distillery?
is-
Yes, ma'am. And you're going to give me 10K just for having a rum distillery? See, this is the start of the prohibition quest chain, and where the United States is going, well, the Allies are going to be yelling at us for supplying rum, and we're going to be thumbing our noses at them. How are we doing on this? 3 months, and we've got plenty of standing, so yeah, we can afford to thumb our noses at the Allies and continue selling them rum. All right, let's get that speed going again. How's our cooldown on our urban development? 10 months. Okay. As soon as that cooldown finishes, we will row house up our row house block. And possibly throw down another tenement square. How are we doing on homelessness? Wow, we are going to need to throw down both that and another tenement square. And you know what? I'll probably have the money to do it all off of the same edict. So hang in there, shack people. We'll get you covered. Okay, we are here. So let's try that again. And actually, I think we're going to watch the outcome of this battle, and then I will cut the stream here and pick up for the second half of the World War era afterwards, provided we live. I suspect we will live. We are very well prepared at the moment. But just in case, let's save. Yes. All right. Wish me luck. An alliance.
Our allies from the Axis command are ready to share the glory of battle with us. Splendid. Then it will be up to us, diplomats, to clean up the menace.
We've done the impossible, bring the battle to our shores, which we'll much appreciate if we win. So, let's do this. All right, we've got our tanks, we've got our troops. Got our guards. Hopefully this will work out for our to our advantage. Got the tanks wailing away at each other. Got all of our... All right, good. We got all of our infantry massing, and they are massing against their...
At the thorough research,
The dry dock is done. They've got that troop there. As long as our tanks can hold out, our infantry should be able to flank them and swarm them and knock them out there. Tanks are still holding steady. They're blasting holes into each other there. There goes their infantry, and now we've got them surrounded.
Good job.
There we go. Excellent. Woo!
Snobs who call themselves allied diplomats, although I'm not
One free building from the industry goods category? Are you kidding me? Well, I have another mission telling me to build a steel mill, so I'll take that one.
They are clinically
The prohibition has
And
started.
export 10,000 rum. And the price will increase by 20%. And we will get 20k. I can deal with more carrots. See, this is our whole strategy here. We are shacking up with the Axis so that we can get the Americans drunk. Yes, we are evil, cigar-smoking, rum-peddling bastards. All right, and we just exhausted our gold deposit, which is fine. I'm sure they don't mind not having that mine there anymore. All right, so huzzah, we win. So I think I'm going to put a pause right here, and our treasury is looking good. We've got our factory built up here. Let me give it some cash to give them some incentive to start working there, and go from there. So I think I will cut it here. So on the in the next episode of Strategy and Tactics with Tropico 5, which I will be doing next week at on Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be finishing off the World War era. You can also expect to see this put onto my YouTube channel to watch at your leisure. So if you liked this stream or this video and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. That's youtube.com/pinestarch, not Pinstar. Got beat out to the name by a bowling company. Twitchtv.com or twitch.tv/Pinstar. You can also follow me on Twitter at Pinstar. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. Have a good one, everyone.